The endure part is where almost no one today understands what authentic spirituality is. We are terrified of our own negative states. We have been conditioned to believe that we're not supposed to feel fear, that worry and doubt are somehow the dark things, and these are the terrible things about us, and we must at all costs bury them, get rid of them, distract ourselves, do what we have to do. All of that is a lie. It is these negative states that are appearing now that are trying to get us caught up in this train of associated thoughts and feelings that we must remain aware of. It's like turning on the light in the child's room and staying there in the light of that awareness so that we endure, we consciously suffer this fear. We consciously suffer the doubt and the worry, the negative states. And here is why. Because they have been produced by a part of ourselves, and you said it, full of false beliefs, that can only react in the moment the way it does to the event.
Mm-hmm.
What we are now doing is we are going to bring the light of awareness into this darkened room where this predisposed discontentment lives, and we are going to let the light of awareness do for us what we have never been able to do for ourselves, which is prove to us that these negative states have no power or authority over us other than what we grant them when we try to get away from them. And Tom, if we will stop, drop, and endure, we will watch before our very interior eyes these negative states, this fear, reach a certain point at which it'll be laughable. I mean that. You'll actually hear your own thoughts and feelings start to yell at you, telling you all manner of things. Oh, my God, if you don't, everything, oh, no, no, no. And you will be, for the first time in your life, on the other side of the dark state, the witness of it, instead of becoming an arm, the will of it. I call it learning to be watchful instead of willful. And that's the task.
This is almost like looking at the fears that we have, the things that just kind of come out of nowhere, the fears that we have buried, and when they do show up, doing your technique, stopping for a moment, breathing, stepping back, enduring. It's almost like it's a gift. You know, you can you look at it, you go, wow.
Yes.
Isn't this cool?
You've nailed it. It is a gift. Now, I'm so glad you did it. The way I describe this is that we become fully fearless, and I mean it. I'm not exaggerating this. When we understand, and as we grow into that understanding, that we are made for what happens to us. We're made for it. And we can look and see the intelligence in it, because, look, how do I, and all of us want to have a limitless life. It's part of our spiritual heritage. We know in our heart of hearts we're not meant to be crybabies, not meant to whine and complain. We know we're meant to be able to take essentially anything and spin from that straw gold, if you want. Mm-hmm. But what we don't understand is that the way that we discover the expansive aspects of our own life, of our own consciousness, is by encountering first the limitation. How do I outgrow something if I don't meet something that has to be outgrown?
Absolutely.
And yet we have this innate fear, and it's not ours. There is an innate fear that lives inside of us that says, oh my God, look at that, this is terrible. What's going to happen to me? And you said it's a gift properly because of what I said. And the reason it's a gift is because we are being invited in that moment. Imagine it's just as if the event comes along like a great wind and blows the cover off of something that has been buried within us, that has limited us all along because we never knew it was there. And now we have the chance to bring that limitation into the light of this awareness, where we enter into that moment one order of man or woman, And because we are willing to bear consciously the disappearance of that part of ourselves, we exit the moment a new man, a new woman that no longer has that limitation or the fear it produced. And that is infinite, Tom, in its possibilities.
Absolutely amazing. Wow. Guy, what's on the horizon for you? What do you got coming up?
Well, thank you for asking. I'm terrible at this. I never remember to do it myself. I have this year, there's 3 major events coming up, Tom. People that are interested, I'm going to be at the Omega Institute in New York in September for a 5-day workshop there. I'm going to be in Massachusetts at the Kripalu Institute in late June for a weekend intensive, and then here in Southern Oregon in early June, my foundation, Life of Learning, puts on an annual Talks in the Pines where men and women from all over the world come in, and we have 5 days of meetings, or a weekend if you can't come for the 5 days, and it's a great time. And all of that information is right at guyfinley.org, as you said, GUYFINLEY, guyfinley.org. That and, more new books scheduled to come out, and just working away, Tom, working away.
Wow. Okay, so what is it, 36 books, and you got 37 you're working on?
Yeah.
All right, man. All right, so we got just a few minutes here. Anything you want to leave everybody with?
I think the main thing that I want to leave them with is to touch on this idea of, real fearlessness is not something that we are here to create. That whole business in popular spiritual terms about manifesting this and manifesting that. Fearlessness, peace, love, compassion, kindness, these are not things that we create. These are things that we are meant as creations to participate in. When we understand that broader, more beautiful life in which the authentic limitlessness of our own present possibilities is always being explored, is taking place right now while I'm talking, even though we don't see it, we can start to say, all right, you know what, I got to go in for that job interview, and I'm terrified. And all my life, I always thought the best way to get past these moments, like an interview, is to fawn, try to make a good impression. Tom, do you like people that fawn in front of you?
No.
No, because we recognize weakness, and there's a part of us, I call it weakness always pounces weakness. So don't go in and try to be likable. Go in and try to be present. Go in and be as true as you can to yourself. And you will elicit in the person you're being interviewed by a respect instead of a disapproval because you wanted them to like you. There's no end to the possibilities of transforming ourselves when we realize, as Tom said, that every moment is a gift, because every moment it is revealing to us a part of ourselves that we have yet to uncover and realize, and that can be changed if we will bring it into this light of awareness that we're talking about. We're made for what happens to us. Remember that, if nothing else. You do not have to live one more moment under the tyranny of fear, worry, doubt, or anxiety. It is there in our lives, the degree it is, because we have been unaware of where we have conspired with it to create those conditions. Withdraw that consent, and instead of searching for powers, you will no longer be powerless. And in that state, you will find everything that fulfills the promise of your possibilities.
Thank you, Guy. Lots of wisdom there, folks. Pick up his newest book, The Essential Laws of Fearless Living. His website, guyfinley.org. Guy, thank you so much.
Yeah, Tom, if the person wants the book, and they go to essentiallaws.com, essentiallaws.com, one word, essentiallaws.com, my foundation is offering a DVD, a free DVD, and free MP3 downloads, plus some other gifts with any purchase of the book. So essentiallaws.com if you want to get the book. All the major online retailers have it. Your local bookseller will have it if you want to support them. And that's about it.
Thank you so much, Guy.
I enjoyed our time together, Tom.
All right, an absolute pleasure on this end. And folks, this is Tom Murasso from BornToManifest.com signing out. Don't forget to tune in next week on Mythologic Radio. We'll have Eldon Taylor on talking about his newest book, Choices and Illusions. How did I get where I am, and how do I get where I want to be? Thanks, everybody, for listening. Peace out, and we love you.